The story of one of football's most explosive fallouts has finally made it to the big screen, and it does not hold back. Saipan, the new film from husband and wife directing duo Glenn Leyburn and Lisa Barros-Disa, brings to life the infamous 2002 FIFA World Cup crisis that tore apart the Republic of Ireland national football team and split an entire nation in two. If you were not old enough to live through it in real time, the sheer scale of the drama may be difficult to comprehend, but the film makes sure you feel every bit of it. Set in the days leading up to the 2002 World Cup, the story takes place primarily on Saipan, a small tropical island in the Pacific, where the Irish squad had been sent to acclimatize and prepare for the tournament being held in Japan and South Korea. What unfolded there was not the focused, disciplined pre-tournament camp anyone had hoped for. The training pitch was in poor condition. Essential equipment was missing, including, inexplicably, footballs, and the overall organization of the camp left much to be desired. For most players, it was a chance to unwind, play a round of golf, and enjoy the island setting before the pressure of the World Cup kicked in. For Roy Keane, it was a slow-burning disaster. Keane, played with raw intensity by Ayanna Hardwicker, was Ireland's captain and one of the most decorated midfielders in the world at the time. Having just completed another dominant season with Manchester United, his standards were extraordinarily high, and what he found on Saipan did not come close to meeting them. Days before the biggest sporting event on the planet, his teammates were relaxing on the golf course, training sessions were disorganized, goalkeepers sat out of drills because they were tired. Comparing Ireland's shambolic preparation to the meticulous planning being reported around England's World Cup camp only deepened his frustration. Keane eventually quit the squad, then changed his mind, then gave a scathing, no-holds-barred interview to a newspaper that left nothing unsaid. When manager Mick McCarthy called a team meeting to confront him, the confrontation exploded. McCarthy sent Keane home. Ireland went to the World Cup without their captain. The country was left divided, debating who was right and who was wrong in a feud that dominated national conversation for years. Steve Coogan plays Mick McCarthy, and he does so without reaching for easy laughs. McCarthy comes across as a manager trying to hold things together under difficult circumstances, managing the press, keeping morale up, and projecting confidence even when the infrastructure around him was clearly failing. The film acknowledges that McCarthy may not have been solely responsible for the logistical failings on Saipan, and Coogan captures that uncomfortable position well. There is a certain stubbornness in McCarthy's manner, a sense that he believes keeping spirits high and maintaining a positive public face is the job, even when the foundations are crumbling beneath him. Observers have noted a faint echo of Coogan's most famous comic creation, Alan Partridge, in the portrayal a hapless authority figure muddling through while insisting everything is fine. Hardwicker's performance, however, is the true anchor of the film. He does not play Keane as a saint or a villain. He plays him as a man of fierce convictions and real contradictions, fiercely professional, yet capable of undermining his own teammates publicly. A leader who demands standards yet sometimes struggles to lead by example. The film takes care to show a softer side too, particularly in Keane's moments with his wife Teresa, played by Harriet Keynes, whose presence offers a quieter window into what drives him. Hardwicker channels the simmering, barely contained anger that defined Keane's personality on and off the pitch, and never lets the performance tip into parody. Leyburn and Barros-Disa, who previously directed the critically praised Ordinary Love, bring a bold, almost kinetic visual style to the material. The film uses archive footage, rapid cuts, mini-DV interludes, and montage sequences with a restless, music video energy. The soundtrack pulls from the era's biggest Britpop anthems, including tracks from Oasis and the Stone Roses, placing the story firmly in the cultural moment it inhabits. The approach gives Saipan a flashiness that may feel at odds with Keane's own no-frills sensibility, but it serves a deliberate purpose. The directors are more interested in placing the audience inside the psychological tension of the conflict than in presenting a conventional, straightforward sports biopic. The film sits somewhere between docudrama and heightened reality, and the tonal balance is impressive. It is at times genuinely riveting, at others surprisingly funny, and it never mistakes dark humor for disrespect toward its subject matter. Critics have drawn comparisons to the work Steve Coogan has done with director Michael Winterbottom, pointing to films like 24-Hour Party People and A Cock and Bull Story as reference points for the genre-blending, documentary-inflected style on display. What sets Saipan apart from most sports biopics is its refusal to hand the audience a verdict. There are no clean heroes and no clear villains. The film leans slightly in one direction, most viewers will sense it, but it is disciplined enough not to spell it out. Instead, it presents both men with honesty and without flattery, letting the facts and the performances speak. Roy is absolutely right to demand better preparation, but his methods, his public airing of grievances, and his conduct toward teammates are not beyond scrutiny. McCarthy is failing in his duty to provide a professional environment, but his attempt to hold the team together while managing a volatile situation is not without merit either. Saipan opens in theaters on March 13, with a runtime of 1 hour and 31 minutes. It is distributed by Sunrise Films and comes to audiences fresh off its premiere at the Santa Barbara International Film Festival, where it drew strong early reactions. For anyone who lived through the original controversy, the film is a vivid and often maddening revisitation of a moment that felt, in Ireland at least, like a genuine national crisis. For those coming to it fresh, it plays as a tightly wound drama about ego, principle, pride, and the impossible cost of being right. So here is the question: if you were in that room on Saipan in 2002, whose side would you have been on? Roy Keane demanding professionalism at any cost, or Mick McCarthy trying to keep the peace and get his team to the World Cup? Drop your answer in the comments below. And if you want more deep dives into football's most dramatic behind-the-scenes moments, make sure you like this video and subscribe so you never miss one.